What's up guys, it's Navod the Nomad. I'm currently traveling the country in my 2018 Ford Transit High Roof. Let's go inside the Batmobile, shall we? So I've got the TV here on a swivel. This is for my work to allow me to be able to edit photos or do any accounting work I need. And so that also runs off solar. So moving into the kitchen area now, I've got my cabinet, and this is where I hold all of my canned goods or any cereal or anything like that. Below there, this is where all of my seasonings for when we're really getting down and dirty in the kitchen cooking. And then speaking of cooking, I use the Camp Chef propane stove. I really like this one because it allows me to be able to cook. It's really portable. And so that's what I like about this one. It allows me to be able to cook inside the van or take it outside the van. I went with a vessel or farmhouse style sink. It's powered by an electric water pump. So this is also 12 volt. Under the sink, that's where I keep all of my toiletry items. Also my water system is also housed in here versus under the van. I went with this setup to allow me to avoid any issues with like freezing pipes or anything like that. So I just kept it super simple with 6 gallons of clean water and then an empty 6-gallon tank for dirty water. So I went with the 10-speed max air fan. I positioned this right over the bed, kind of in the middle here, to allow us to be able to create a clean airflow throughout the van and also be able to protect us from fumes when you're cooking or burning the propane heater. And so that moves us down into the bed. It's kind of an odd size, but it's a queen width and then a full length. So you have to lay it kind of an angle, but it's really comfy. So for storage, I went with a second one of these cabinets here. The first one being for food. The second one there is for clothes like undergarments and things. On the other side, this is where I have my hat and photo wall. In addition to that, this is my tracker where I keep track of all the states that I've visited so far. So we're at 16 and counting. So I decided to join this lifestyle because I wanted to use van life as a tool to be able to better my mental health. Being alone for long periods, it allows you to just be able to hone in on those skills or things that you really want to work on. Another one of the reasons that I wanted to join this lifestyle was for the change in pace. Sometimes we just get really caught up in the mundane, everyday task. But having to just think about everything from your power to your water consumption and everything allows you to be able to slow down and focus on what's really important. I started off on a part-time basis, and then as I gained that confidence, I moved into a full-time space. So this is the entertainment section of the van where I keep my photo wall, my tracker, my hats and everything, my greenery. And so we'll bring that down into my lounge area here. And so this bench, you can just use it to just rest or work at using the swivel desk here. Or you can actually lay down and relax if you turn the pillow this way. And so under the lounge area here, we have my fridge. So I went with the 12 volt Costway fridge. What I love about this one is with it being 12 volt, it allows you to be able to minimize on the amount of power you're using. The only downside is you have to be considerate of the size things you keep inside. So you always want to use like the mini bottles. But there are space for larger things too. Like I've even got soda and wine in here too. So you just have to be considerate of all that you keep inside. And so the fridge and all other parts of the build run off of the solar system. So I've got, in my solar system, I have 240 watts of solar on the roof. This runs from the roof down the side wall out into this cabinet here. And so inside the cabinet there, I have two 150 AH batteries that allows me to keep covered in power on those cloudy days. The only thing I would change about this system is I currently have 240 watts on the roof. I think 500 would have been perfect. All right, so like fashion, music is a big part of my life, so I wanted to work a record player into my design. So I've got all of my records here from Mac Miller and Bob Marley to Frank Sinatra. And so the record player is 12 volt powered as well. It runs through the solar system here. Continuing on with the music thing, I decided to bring my guitar with me to create some tunes on the road. The van's a really good space to be able to record music because the acoustics are amazing in here. So the goal for me is to be able to hit all 50 states in the van that you see I've been tracking on my tracker. And so right now we're 16 of 50. Aside from that, I'm navigating the travel photography space. Moving from being an accountant to a travel photographer is a big change in pace, but I like it. It's important to keep your mind sharp on the road, so I do that by reading. And so I have the bookcase here. I have about 30 or 40 different titles. They're held in here by this rope that ties in with the beachy bohemian vibe that I'm trying to go for in the van. And so if the books just push forward, the rope pushes them back. And so I've got titles all over the place, from the Bible, bell hooks to Jason Wilson. So let's head to the garage section now to check out the rest of my toys. One of the best parts about this lifestyle is the views, and so that's why I love this feature on the van that allows you to be able to snap the doors to the side, allowing you to be able to get that full purview. Oh. So having a bug net on your van is really essential, especially during the warmer months, to keep you protected from those icky bugs like mosquitoes and bees. So this is the garage where I keep all of my toys. I've got my longboard here and my boogie board. So you always want to make sure that your features are double use when you're doing your van build. So I built my toilet inside of this box that also duals as a seat. I went with a porta potty toilet, so that way I don't have to use any solar power, and then you can just dump it anywhere. Porta potty toilet is a really simple fix for your bathroom needs because you don't have to worry about putting a tank under the van. And so everything is just housed right here. My biggest advice for someone wanting to join this lifestyle was to bring your own authenticity and your own uniqueness to it. Just being able to do your own thing. A lot of people try to do it the same way or feel like you have to box yourself in and your build has to look a certain way. You don't have to worry about any of that. You want to make this journey your own, and that way it'll be all the more enjoyable. Thanks for touring the Batmobile with me. If you'd like to keep up with me on my adventures, you can follow me on social media at Navod the Nomad, or check out my photography website at www.navodthenomad.com, and all the links will be listed below in the description.